And now we are going to talk about how can it be used within cybersecurity. So we took an example in this previous slide where we saw that it can be used for, these are the versatilities of ChatGPT customer support system, because nowadays we have lot of information, lot of customer support that is there. ChatGPT and generative AI tool can be used as an AI assistant for them, analyzing lot of alerts or network patterns, because this is a huge work that happens 24/7. People are monitoring, and these tools can monitor the trends and see if there are any anomalies or something that is there. Detecting phishing, I just told about social phishing, and the creation of malware is increasing a lot because of these AI tools. There is something that I will talk about is prompt injection and prompt leakages. These are some of the things that are happening right now, and we also need to talk about this in details, that we need to have systems in place to make sure that we capture these malfunctions that are there, about specifically making your chatbots very safe and strong, so that the leakage and the prompt injections are getting tracked and it is getting stopped immediately. So these are some of the things that are there in for cybersecurity. And what else that can happen, right? Whatever things it can be used, I showed you. And now what are the ChatGPT capabilities that can help in doing these particular tasks that I showed you in the previous slide, right? They can analyze vast amounts of data, and that is their capability of these generative AI and ChatGPT capabilities, that they have lot of, you can say, patterns that they can recognize, and they can detect all these anomalies, and these things can really help to contribute to advanced security systems. How they can do that, we will talk in more about in details, but the thing is they can analyze the data quickly, faster type of data. If there is something that is a little different, they can capture it and they can show you guys as well. So these are some of the ChatGPT capabilities. We will talk more in details, and it is very interesting for you to understand. And also these organizations, many organizations can employ, whenever I say ChatGPT, don't just think that it is the ChatGPT that is available at OpenAI chatgpt.ai, but it is a generative AI tool like ChatGPT, which gives you a conversation. You ask it a question, it gives you a conversation. It asks you, you ask it to analyze the data, it gives you an analysis, or you automate some of the things. So whenever we say ChatGPT, people confuse it as the tool itself, the chatgpt.com that we are using. It is just because it is such a big buzzword right now. Everyone relates to what actually is ChatGPT. ChatGPT, it is a software, but it is more like a concept that has been introduced, and everyone recollects about ChatGPT. We all know that ChatGPT, in first 2 weeks it reached 100 million users, and this is very powerful tool, and that is why we use this name, so that non-tech people relate to it. And organizations can use ChatGPT. For example, AWS, you can use AWS Q for these. If you are using AWS systems, there is something called AWS Amazon Q, where you can integrate it for your security. So these are some of the things that are there. Azure, you can use their OpenAI chat, that is for in Azure systems. Similarly, in GCP, you can use the Gemini or the Google OpenAI, the Google AI Assist. So these are some of the tools that you can use, and according to the hyperscaler that you are using. But the best thing is, and one example also, how you can use in the Microsoft systems, right, your AD, Active Directory support systems, where you can put on scripts that you can generate from these tools and put it to monitor the network traffics, detect suspicious activities, and proactively mitigate potential security risks. So these are some of the things that you can do. We will talk about this in details. We have an ebook also with which we have launched, where you can learn about these technologies, and we will talk in details in the next videos about specific use cases, how you can use these technologies to help you monitor and understand. So there are two parts of using these technologies. One is the understanding the type of attacks that are happening, right? That is very, very important. You have to understand. So generally what we say is artificial intelligence can be a double-edged sword. It can cause a lot of new type of attacks. So awareness is very, very important. If you are using cybersecurity and generative AI, you should first be aware of the problems that are happening. So the number of malware attacks, the number of social phishing, the type of prompt injections and prompt leakages that are happening, you should understand these types of issues first. The second is how you can use AI to the things that we discussed here, right? How to use it to advance your security systems, to put more checks in place, to have a AI bot continuously monitoring your network patterns and detecting anomalies and sending alerts to the users. You have to design playbooks, because in this security, cyber security, there are a lot of things about how, if there is an attack, there is a playbook in place. If something similar happens, you have a whole set of instructions that the tool knows, and it can help in reducing the, we call it the data, the breach, right? Cost of data breach, reducing the COD to the maximum possible using the knowledge base that you have created across the systems. So hopefully this introduction video about what is ChatGPT, what is, who created ChatGPT, all the other things that are there can be involved. So looking forward in the next video to know more. Have a great day.